What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Spanko and today I am back with another video. Now this week I am uploading 5 videos. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Today should be Wednesday's video and today's video is a little bit different. Actually, if you really think about it, all my videos this week are different. They're not the deck profiles, they're not the combo videos, which I will definitely get back to. But this is just a little thing that I really wanted to get off my chest. And today we're going to be talking about why Yu-Gi-Oh! Will never be Pokemon in the sense of the market and in the sense of collectability. And I'm sure we all know what Pokemon is. It's a game, it's a platform that has evolved for the last 20 plus years, I think even 25 years close to now. For the last 25 years, it's grown an incredible fan base, and that fan base has started off since we were children, and then even the children today are getting into Pokemon. So that just shows how big Pokemon is and how much bigger it is than Yu-Gi-Oh, you know? Because a lot of the thing is with Pokemon is most of it is collectability. It's always been about collectability, even throughout the Pokemon games, throughout the Pokemon cards. Yes, of course, Pokemon has a TCG card game and people play competitively, but it's not really about the card game. It's more about the shinies, it's more about the Charizards, it's more about the collectability of Pokemon. And so in today's video, I want to talk about why Yu-Gi-Oh will never be like Pokemon in terms of its market, because I've been getting this question a lot. Hey, do you think the Yu-Gi-Oh market is going to skyrocket like the Pokemon one did? Hey, do you think that if I hold on to this product or this card, it'll go up X amount in X amount of years? Like, the thing is, yes, obviously it is going to appreciate in value. Collectible stuff, even in Yu-Gi-Oh, can still be worth thousands of dollars today. But if you guys haven't seen the Pokemon market is insane. Now, the reason the Pokemon market is what it is because in reality, there's no influencers in the Yu-Gi-Oh community like there is in the Pokemon community. And what I mean by that is, we got guys like Leonhardt, we got guys like PokeRap. Those guys are opening up vintage boxes left, right, and center. And the thing is, you have to understand that with more old product being opened up, the less there is on the market, which is why you guys see the prices skyrocketing. But then on top of that, they got guys like Logan Paul doing box openings, bro. Logan Paul's out here spending $200,000 on a first edition base box when it's never sold for $200,000 ever. And then you got like Logan Paul doing that, and because Logan Paul did that, everyone else wants to sell their boxes for $200,000, and boom, the market has skyrocketed. And that's the thing with Pokemon that Yu-Gi-Oh will never have, or so far doesn't have, and I don't know if it will ever have. Because the thing is, Pokemon's collectability aspect is something that Yu-Gi-Oh has never seen. Yu-Gi-Oh has always been about the card game, how prevalent the card is, how good the card is, and we can see that in today's game, because how many cards in the game today are worth hundreds of dollars that are just relevant now? You know what I mean? It goes back to like Cosmo when Dark Destroyer was $200, Barrage was $100. Like, all this stuff is skyrocketing in price in terms of prevalency because that's what's meta. Whereas in Pokemon, a lot of the cards, to be honest with you, don't hit the $100 price point unless they're a collectible card, something like a shiny Charizard, something like a Charizard in general. And those cards obviously do hit $600, $700, $800. Like, those cards have like massive price brackets. But the thing is, then you see every other card in the set and it's worth like $5, $10. Like, I know a few cards here might be worth 20 to 30 bucks, but for the most part, like, I've been following a lot of Pokemon, and if you guys have seen the most recent set actually, which is Champion's Path, which features a secret rare shiny Charizard as well as the rainbow rare Charizard VMAX, those cards are over $500 each easily, right? I think the shiny is like $600, $700. The VMAX maybe $500 to $600, whatever it is. But point is, those cards are $500 easily. Every other pull, there is no other good pulls. There's just 2 cards that have these insane value. The rest of the set, to be honest, I don't know what it is in the competitive scene, but the set itself, value-wise, is not that great outside of those 2 cards. And that's what Pokemon has always been about, right? It's not kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh, whereas Yu-Gi-Oh, they put these expensive cards that are just expensive for the time being, right? Also, another thing is that Yu-Gi-Oh has a bunch of reprints. So as you have more reprints, obviously values of original cards are gonna go down. Whereas with Pokemon, the reprints aren't that many, and even if there are, they only reprint cards that are hundreds of dollars when it comes to collectability. So let's give you an example. Base set first edition Shadowless Charizard goes for like $200,000 today. $200,000 for a PSA 10 base set first edition Shadowless Charizard. And what they've recently done is they dropped XY Evolutions, which was actually like 5 years ago now. And XY Evolutions did not appreciate in price for so long. Nothing went up, everything stayed stable until recently. Why? Because base set stuff has become so expensive, so unreachable by the general public and the general collectors, that people have just said, you know what, we're going to settle for the reprints. And keep in mind, the reprints are still 5 years old for them. So from the time of base set, which is 1998, 1999, until 2015, I think, or 2016, when XY Evolutions came out, there was no reprints of that base set Charizard. Just that, how insane is that, right? So something like that. Whereas with Yu-Gi-Oh, we're gonna be constantly getting reprints. Decks become meta, decks become not meta, decks get hit on the ban list, and when that happens, value is gone, bro. Value is like legitimately gone. I can't. How much is a Barrage today? A Zodiac Barrage is not $100 anymore. It's like $5. I can get a Zodiac Barrage. I can get a playset for like $10. Back in the day, a playset used to cost me $300. Why? Because that's what the Yu-Gi-Oh market is. It's all about what's relevant. It's all about what's meta. Whereas with Pokemon, it's always been about collectability. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh collector right now. I love collecting. I have a super big Elemental Hero collection that I really want to show you guys, man. It's all at home right now. I'm at school, so I can't really show you guys that right now. I know it's off topic, but I really want to show you guys that collection. It's getting insane. I love that. But the point is, the collectible aspect of Yu-Gi-Oh is not like it is in Pokemon, right? With Pokemon, you got these big influencers within the Pokemon community, but then you also got guys like Logan Paul, you got guys like Logic doing these. And the thing is, like, I'm gonna just say it right now, I hate to say it, and if anyone here is an influencer randomly watching this video, I'm so sorry, but I'm not gonna name anyone, but the same people that are influencing this rise in price, so, man, I really wanna say the names, but these same guys are encouraging these famous celebrities to open product and then wondering why the prices are going up. Or they just pretend. They know what they're doing, I think, because it really does benefit them. Keep in mind that these guys are the guys that have all the base set stuff, have all the WotC era stuff. If you guys don't know what WotC is, it just means Wizards of the Coast, that old OG vintage stuff, right? These are the guys that have a ton of abundance of these. So when they make the market go up, it only really benefits them, right? These guys had PSA Charizards, PSA 10s of other cards for years now, and yes, it has obviously accumulated in value. Yes, it has appreciated. It's not like it hasn't, but we're seeing the surge right now for two reasons. One, for the COVID, and two, like I said, these influencers are really taking advantage of the market. And to be honest, the people that are buying cards are very much willing to spend this money. It is kind of weird, but that's why Pokemon is so great. Now, of course, I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh channel, we're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, and I just wanted to highlight all the reasons why Pokemon is expanding the way it is. Yu-Gi-Oh is going up, and I think I'm going to have a video about this tomorrow where investing in the Yu-Gi-Oh collection is actually really bad right now, and even though I'm doing it, I'm not even going to be taking my own advice. It's a very bad idea, to be honest with you, but investing in Yu-Gi-Oh in terms of collecting right now is not a great idea, and the reason for that is a lot of prices are inflated just because we have no events. I guarantee you, and I can say this with real like certainty, that the Yu-Gi-Oh market, as soon as COVID is over, hopefully sooner than later, but as soon as there starts to become real events, real metas now, then people are going to be like, man, why am I collecting all this old school stuff? I can sell this, you know, Elemental Hero Ultimate Rare or this Ghost Rare, because Ghost Rares especially have skyrocketed in price, and that's only really Ghost Rares. And so it's one of those things that as soon as playability comes up again, and as soon as everyone needs access to Forbidden Droplets or something like Triple Tactical Talents, then it becomes like, oh wait, not only do the people that already have it like need it right now, but all the people, guys like me, guys like yourself, who are going to end up going to events are going to be like, oh shoot, we need these staple cards. Because keep in mind, there's a lot of them in the market right now, and I don't see a lot of them moving. And the reason for that is because, I mean, guys like me, the average player, are not going to be purchasing it right now. Now, there are definitely some people who are. I'm not going to pretend like they're not being bought at all, but it's just definitely one of those things that's like, okay, well, there's no events right now. I have no need to rush and no need to get this card as soon as possible because I'm not going to be playing with it anyways. And who knows, by the time we start playing again, we might even have a reprint. So why would we want to put that investment in now, right? When realistically that return on investment is going to be nothing, it's going to be zero. If anything, it's going to be negative if we do get a reprint. So it is one of those things that, like, collecting in Yu-Gi-Oh sucks right now, but that's going to be tomorrow's topic. That was going to be tomorrow's video. But for today's video, I just wanted to mention all the reasons why Yu-Gi-Oh in terms of collecting, because I've gotten this question a lot. Hey, should I keep this? Or should I sell this now? Or should I hold on to this? Or all of that, man, I'm telling you right now, if you guys want to collect Yu-Gi-Oh for what you like, collect what your niche is. That's another thing I should mention, because niches don't really exist in Pokemon. Pokemon collecting, yes, obviously some people have favorites, but Pokemon collecting in general is just collecting. So that's the thing, like with Pokemon, it's just one of those things that anything that is old, that has a good PSA value, is just gonna go up in price, whether it's a Charizard or a Pikachu or Meowth, a fan favorite, or it's a freaking like Chansey, bro. PSA 10 base set Chanseys are expensive as shit just because they're hard to freaking grade. Like, just because they're hard to grade, no one cares for that Pokemon, but they're super expensive. With Yu-Gi-Oh, you think someone would care about a card being hard to grade? No. no one would. Like, I'm telling you, like, maybe the 1 or 2 people would, but the community as a whole would not, right? Whereas with Pokemon, that kind of stuff matters. Another thing is PSA grading in general. People have started to PSA grade their Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and the values sure go up because they're PSA graded 9s, 10s, whatever it is, but there's no market for it. No one's buying these. No one is, like, people are trying to sell them and no one is buying them, and I haven't seen people try to buy them because Yu-Gi-Oh is not a collectible game. Like, yes, it's a collectible game to a certain extent, but people collect what they like. I'm a guy who likes GX stuff, so I collect Elemental Heroes. I know my friends who like the Duel Monster stuff love having LOB first Blue Eyes, LOB first Dark Magician, etc., etc. So it's one of those things where it's like, for me, I like my stuff, for him, he likes his stuff. I move my LOB stuff. I moved my high rarity, expensive, OG stuff for my Elemental Hero stuff because that's what I like. Whereas with Pokemon, no one's gonna move their niche worth of cards for other cards. Some people I know like shinies, I know there's shiny hunters, and I know there's all that stuff, don't get me wrong. So I'm not saying there's no niches in Pokemon. What I'm saying is generally, collecting Pokemon is just collecting old school shiny stuff that grades high. That's what Pokemon is. If you can grade it high, if it's especially like, okay, don't get me wrong, especially if it's a starter, something like a Charmander, a Squirtle, a Bulbasaur, Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, I feel bad for the middle starters, man. The middle starters never get any freaking love. But point is, you can grade anything. Like, I see commons, man. I have common, like, Charmanders from Team Rockets, and they're, I think, first edition, and I actually want to get them graded because I saw PSA 10s go for $400 for commons, bro. For freaking commons. $400 for a freaking PSA 10 first edition Charmander. Like, it's not even base set, it's freaking Team Rocket. So that's what I mean. I have so many of them and I know they're in good condition, so I'm probably gonna do that anyways, make some money, might as well, whatever. If I can figure out how to do grading properly. I've never done grading in my life before. But point is that with Pokemon, you can grade anything, and if it grades high, it's worth something, you know what I mean? And it gets even more value if it's an older card and it's a fan favorite. Whereas with Yu-Gi-Oh!, look, what is a fan favorite? Like, people say Elemental Heroes are a fan favorite, but then there's people that hate Heroes. People say that Cyber Dragon is a fan favorite, but Cyber Dragon has like 5 cards in terms of like OG stuff, right? Then you got like all these Dark Magician fans, all these Blue Eyes fans, and it's like, hey, okay, well, if I'm gonna collect Dark Magicians, I'm gonna collect Dark Magicians. I'm gonna collect Blue Eyes, I'm gonna collect Blue Eyes. It's not like I'm collecting everything, right? With Yu-Gi-Oh, there's so many cards and there's so many freaking different archetypes, and you can't really do that. The game has always been and always will be about relevancy, about what's meta, about what can win me tournaments. Whereas with Pokemon, man, I hate to say it, and I hate to disrespect anyone who plays a TCG competitively. Shout out to you guys, but the thing is, there's no market, bro. The market is PSA, the market is OG Charizards, OG just starters in general, OG cards in general. We got PSA 10 freaking Poliwhirls for fucking $500, bro. Like, that makes no sense. I see all these Pokemon people, like, I watch these videos, don't get me wrong, I watch these videos too. I see that these Drowsies and stuff, like, I see Hollow Drowsy, I think, Hollow Hypno, not Drowsy, sorry, it's a Hypno. Hollow Hypnos for PSA 10s go for like $400, why? Why does anyone care about Hypno? But they do that. If I PSA grade a freaking common from 10, 15 years ago in Yu-Gi-Oh, you think it's getting $400? I'm wasting money PSA grading it. Like, people will offer me less money because they'll want to get it just to crack it open and use the card. Like, that's how much PSA grading sucks in Yu-Gi-Oh, and that's why the market will never be like it is in Pokemon. Like, I hate to say it, but that's just what it is. So sorry for ranting, guys, but I get this question a lot. People always PM me, send me messages privately, and are like, hey, man, do you think this? Do you think that? Do you think this? And I know I keep up with the market. I know I sell. I know I buy in. And I understand how the game works, and I understand how the market works. I feel like for the most part I do. I know I don't really talk about the market and all this collectible stuff with you guys too much because that's not really my kind of content. You guys can go to like House of Champs if you guys want to do card market stuff, right? So I'm not really that much of a card market guy. But the thing is, I understand the market. I understand what's going on. And playing both Yu-Gi-Oh and collecting Pokemon has made me seem like, bro, like, there is no way, I guarantee, that Yu-Gi-Oh will ever become like Pokemon. And the thing is, unless somehow we get a celebrity doing it, like, I know, for example, rest in peace Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD used to love Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh my god. Damn! Y'all not trying to sell this though. This is my childhood for real, like a motherfucker. This is my childhood. Damn!
Like, maybe if he was still with us and he did the Yu-Gi-Oh opening, that's one thing, but man, name me one person other than Simply Unlucky who does old school stuff. And Simply Unlucky does it because realistically, he doesn't really pay attention to the metagame right now. Even though I think he's starting to try and he's starting to get involved in the modern Yu-Gi-Oh! But Simply Unlucky was always a collector, right? Cyber Knight does a lot of openings, but again, just openings all over. Team Sam, Team APS, Simo, Nim, all these guys, like, I love them. Their content is great, but again, it's just modern Yu-Gi-Oh! It's what's the best deck, it's what's the best thing, skits, etc., etc. So, I mean, doesn't do anything for the market. Hopefully, though, My goal is to one day get someone famous, get someone big to get on this channel and open something crazy with me. I'll put in my money for it. I'll tell you guys right now, they won't have to spend a dime, but I'll put in my money for it, bro. A box of first edition, I think Blue Eyes White Dragon, it's like $20K. So $20,000 for a first edition Legend of Blue Eyes booster box. 20K versus a 200,000 base set Pokemon. It's a big difference. That's literally 10 times. That's literally 10 times. So again, I don't know, man. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is never going to be Pokemon, but thank you guys for watching. If you guys agree, disagree, if you guys have your own ideas, let me know in the comment section down below. I know it kind of went off, but I'm just trying to tell the honest truth, and that's just how it is. Now, if you guys think I missed anything or looked over a few points, let me know in the comment section down below. I want to hear from you guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. With that, guys, Spanko signing out. Peace.
Yeah. My hands steady, I feel ready, but my legs heavy, I don't get it. How come I haven't hit it already? Still working, I'm still learning, I'm still searching, finally earning something, finally turning something called a profit. If I hear you talking shit, don't get caught in it. I'll be popping off and hit your ass, dropping all your shit. Yeah, I promise this, I got promises, you ain't stopping this. Cross my shit.